heights, darkness, spiders, or death. An interesting relation between all these things is they are the top scariest things to most of the people. I haven't talked about the topmost, which is public speaking. A lot of us have anxiety when we go for public speaking. When I started doing some research about that, why we feel it, I found this interesting story of Charles Darwin. One time, he was visiting a zoo in London to see a snake exhibition. When he was there, he went up close to a snake, which was of course behind the glass, and with a sudden movement in the snake, he immediately came back. He tried to do it again. With another movement, his body pushed him back again. After that experiment, he wrote in his diary that my will and reason were powerless against that perceived threat which was never experienced. The behavior that Charles Darwin was experiencing that day can be explained with a syndrome called fight or flight. This is a way our body try to handle threats. When we are in a threat situation, our body starts releasing some hormones, and which helps us to either fight with the threat or just fly away from there. But in a public speaking scenario, can we do that? No. We cannot have a quarrel with the audience, or we cannot run away from the audience, because they are there to enjoy your speech. But why there is a threat in the audience? When I started thinking about my previous speeches, I have realized that most of the time I used to think what people will be thinking about me, what audience will be thinking about me, and that fear was creating a perception that audience is a threat, and when there is a threat, a healthy body will prepare you to either fight or flight. But when you cannot fight back, or when you cannot fly away, you feel that uneasiness in your body. Can we do something about it? Of course, we can. Based on my experience and based on whatever I have found, these 5 things can be really helpful. Number 1, know your material inside out. When you know everything what you are going to talk about, you don't have to use your brain to find out what you are going to speak about. That will be easy. And first 30 seconds of a speech are the toughest. So try to remember everything. Number 2, breathing. Sometimes in those situations, we try to speak really fast. And when we try to speak faster, we breathe faster. And we go out of oxygen. So if you need a lot of oxygen, try to breathe slow. Easy. Third point, walk. The syndrome is telling you to fight back or just fly away, but you can convert that to walking. Most of the time, if you have a stage available, try to go to one corner, make a point, try to go to another corner, make another point, and that will release some of the pressure from you. Point number 4, practice. If you practice enough, the threat level in the audience will start to go down, and when that happens, the anxiety level will go down, and when that happens, you will not feel the anxiety, you will be free as bird. Point number 5, When you are starting to work as a speaker, try to record your speeches and play it back. You'll be surprised to see that the anxiety level that you were feeling inside, you'll not see it on the video, which means the audience are not seeing it. So there is nothing to worry about. Isn't it interesting? Remember these 5 things: know your content, breathe easily, walk, try to walk, practice, and record your speeches. How can you do all of these 5 things? Toastmasters. It's an amazing place where you can practice all these things, and if you are already a member, try to sign up for the next speech as soon as possible, and if not a member, find a club and join Toastmasters.